Yeah. Like I think there are drugs that you can get addicted to maybe the first time. Like I think heroin maybe. It just seems
I think that's like up there as the most
it
addictive.
seems
Like
so
morphine.
addictive, and it seems wonderful. Like when you see people do heroin, they're in ecstasy. They're so like purely relaxed and in this other place. Like they're on like a dirty Philadelphia street, and they're as happy as they've ever been because they've just had a little bit of an opiate. So it's got to be great.
To add to what you're saying, I read this thing. It was from a Redditor about what it's like to do heroin, and he's in a traffic jam in a city on a rainy day, a situation I've been in so many times. And it is, to me, one of the most miserable things you can do. You're either going to work or wishing you were home. You're not where you want to be. And it's rainy, so it's taking triple the normal time it takes to go where you want to go. And he is seeing beauty in every raindrop on the windshield. And it was like, something about that resonated with me. Like, if you turn that dreadful experience into something you're enjoying, then it makes you like the DMV at this rate. Like, and that, I don't know, it seemed powerful, too powerful. The ones the doctor prescribes, because the nature of it, like having more availability, lasting for months, weeks to months, I can see how people get addicted to it.
And it's not that when we say addicted, especially those opiates, we're talking about if they don't do it, they're in a great deal of pain. You know, it's not even they're like, oh man, I really wish I could feel that feeling. I wish I could escape the way I've been escaping. I need more of that thing that allows me to do that. It's I hurt. You know, alcohol's like that. A lot of people don't know what happens when a true alcoholic goes cold turkey off of alcohol. They will die. They'll go into DTs and they will literally die. All hospitals carry like Miller Lite. They got cans of Miller Lite down there, like prescription Miller Lite to crack open a can to a fucking.
It's probably got a little label on it. It costs $300.
Dude, that's the most expensive drink you'll ever have. It's that
paid for by United Healthcare.
Alcoholic beer.
Yeah. Dude, it's Hospital Miller Lite and then Dom Perignon,
right?
As far as price per ounce.
Yeah,
I think alcohol and benzodiazepines are the only drugs I know of that if you're like super addicted can kill you in withdrawal. Now, I think you have to hit a pretty high threshold of addiction for it to like shock your system to the point of death. But yeah, benzos and alcohol, and that's because they operate on similar neural pathways.
Interesting.
Yeah. My worst experience, I had wisdom teeth removed, and mine went badly. I don't know anyone who's had a worse wisdom tooth removal experience than me. So I was on some sort of opiate for like 3 weeks. Like I missed a lot of work and stuff. Pills. And when it was wrapped up and I did get better and I went off of them, it was like something missing in my life. Like, like I had been in that state of being on pills 24 hours a day. We would take them on clockwork, like, alarm set, because it was like, if you got off of them, then it took a little while to get back on them and the pain to subside. And the pain was real. Like I wasn't faking or anything. It was a wisdom tooth that went poorly. Sure. And I just like, it opened my eyes to how this can happen to people. Right. I was an accountant, right? The pinnacle of society. And it still impacted me. So it could hit anybody.
Yeah.
My dad dislikes
unbelievably
so
addictive.
much. My dad hates the way they make him feel. So I remember he had back surgery. He had this ruptured disc in his back, and they went in and they cut the nerve, or they burned the nerve and put him back together. And they prescribed him these pills called Ultrams. And he took one, and he was like, couldn't stand how it felt. And he was just like, no, we just don't, Advil. We'll just do Advil. We'll just do Advil. Like he just didn't take them because he didn't like how they felt. And I remember thinking like, wish somebody give me some cool pills to take. Like even as a kid, I was like, I think those are worth a lot of money.
Maybe it's a genetic condition. You
should just start engaging in drug-seeking behavior at the doctor's office.
Yeah, I every time I've gotten opiates, I loved them. When I had the wisdom tooth thing, they gave me some, I think it's called Tylenol 3 or something. It's Tylenol and then a numeral, but it's Tylenol mixed with codeine, which is an opiate. And it's wonderful. You feel a little itchy, but it's like, I don't know, you're stoned, and it's a stoned that lasts for a long time. And then I had that codeine syrup that time that they gave me when I had strep throat, and that was heaven. Oh my God. That now I wish I'd known that's what rappers were rapping about all the time. I'd have been listening to more Lil Wayne because that shit is great. Like that's what scissor is. Yeah, I love scissor, but I never knew.
You mix it with a little Sprite?
No, I drank it straight out of the fucking bottle because I think they mix it with the Sprite. I'm just guessing because I don't know about that culture, but I'm guessing maybe they mix it with the Sprite to dilute it and maybe fix the flavor. Because what a lot of states do is they put this bitter shit into the medicine so that it can't be sold. Right? The bottle they gave me in Georgia tasted delicious, like a tasty cream, like a syrupy candy, a strawberry or cherry. I can't remember which. And every sip was like, I'm high as fuck. And they gave me like a pint, because I was going on this long road trip and I explained how long I was going to be gone, with no way to get to a doctor. They gave me a pint of scissor. And I was
how long did the drink last? Like the effect of the drink last?
Hours.
Okay.
Like a couple, like a little sip and a half. But the best part was because I had strep throat and my throat was just so ruined. It was the opiate syrup just coating the wounded throat and instantly making my throat better. Because I had to talk on camera and stuff, and I was just like, it was a problem. I was so goddamn sick. That stuff was amazing. But I got it refilled in Idaho. And I guess they got an opiate problem in Idaho or something because they made it taste like shit. They made my drugs taste so bad, I threw them away.
You didn't try and dilute it?
I'm telling you, it tasted like the bad part of a pecan or something. It was like a terrible taste that they put in there.
You didn't even put it in a ginger ale or something?
No, I threw it away. It tastes like
Little
shit.
Wayne gets
that's for the best that you threw away.
Probably so. I know Lil Wayne has had some he's had seizures and stuff that's almost certainly caused by his ridiculous drug use.
He rapped about it. He didn't just enjoy it casually. He was all about it.
He's on our list for a reason. What the bucket list? Not the bucket list.
Death pool.
We do a death pool where we each pick like 4 or 5 celebrities. I think our rule is they have to be younger than 50, which makes it hard.
I think so.
It is
hard. And
so we pick much more fun to predict untimely deaths.
Yes, so we pick people
who
are
the current crop of 12 or whatever.
I won with that guy running against Putin for
Zavalny
president.
or something.
Yeah, that was
Navalny.
Navalny. Yeah.
Well, actually, we need to do it.
We have an active one. We might need to renew it.
We've the old one is out because someone won.
Okay.
Did one of us have Jay-Z?
And so we would need to do it again. Yeah,
Jay-Z
we'll need to
do a strong current candidate.
He has 100 problems now.
Yeah, turns out.
I guess.
DMX. Because of the Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
People saying he wasn't too chill of a guy.
He doesn't have a mere 99 problems.
Actually,
anymore.
we have a different pool that's like a pedo pool, and Woody picked Jay-Z for that. Legitimately, so I think so. Yeah. We picked people we thought would be caught up in the Diddy drama, and you immediately went Jay-Z, and which I thought was a bad guess because I don't know, for some reason I didn't think he would be into those freak parties with the baby oil and such. Can you throw that up one more time? Let me take a scan. I didn't read it properly.
DMX is dead, and so Kyle won this one.
Alexi won. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can see I picked some people that I thought were unhealthy. And near the age gap, Chris Jericho there. I figured, well, a CTE, you never know. And
Lil Wayne was my number 1 draft pick, and he didn't pan
Queen
out for me.
Latifah.
Yeah, I mean, she's a heavy set lady, you know. African American.
This isn't an order of our pick. This is just a pick.
Okay.
And so, like, that guy from Lost I have down there, Jorge Garcia. Towards the end, I started to pick like just the fattest celebrities, and when we picked this, Jonah Hill was very fat.
Right, but he heard it.
Yeah, he heard it. He's again now. And I don't want Jonah Hill to die. He's one of my favorite actors.
Kanye was a strong pick, but it seems like he's bounced back. And I really like my Alex Donald pick. It hasn't gone anywhere, but it won't go anywhere until it does.
Yeah,
I like Pastrana, man. That's clever. That's
he was gonna,
logic right there. This guy jumps out of planes without parachutes on him. Like,
he could have plummeted to the earth and made me a winner of $0.
You know Alex and all? He's the free solo guy. Did El Capitan? He's known for mountain climbing without ropes. That's a
solid pick.
He had a new like documentary type thing where him and a guy and a girl went and climbed this ice mountain in Antarctica or somewhere. I don't remember exactly where they were. They had to go by boat to get to the rock that they climbed on. They got off the boat and immediately like get on the thing and start climbing. But it was terrible. It was like, why didn't y'all just like, why didn't y'all get this footage is what you use? Like they got there, but there was some kind of issue where he didn't have all of his gear. So they didn't like have all their gear and they were climbing. Like they didn't have enough shoes. Like only one of them had climbing shoes and they're climbing this impossible thing. And they used ropes. And I was just like, what am I watching? How is this your follow-up documentary? It was so lame. It was bad.